Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to yet another live stream. Hope everybody is doing well. I am back after about a week on just a little bit of a break. I anticipated streaming at least once this week. Worst case scenario being today. Um, it just didn't work out streaming earlier in the week. But what matters is that I am here. I am back into this good series, this amazing series that we'll be doing. Hopefully, we will be able to complete it. We are now this is our fifth game of 17. So we're approaching that halfway mark. We're not quite there yet, but we're about 3 or 4. Well, 3 games would be. 3 games would be just under halfway, and 4 games would be halfway, more than halfway over. So, but today, we are simulating week 5 of the NFL season for the Philadelphia Eagles. Of course, this is their 5th game. Of course, they'll have a bye week in week 9, but they play the Broncos today. Eagles. In real life, they would be 4-0 going into this game, and they would actually end up dropping to the Broncos. They would lose that one 21-17. I actually have the box score from that game up right now. It was a pretty, it was, very defensive game. The Eagles did really, really good in terms of holding the Denver Broncos under without a touchdown up until the fourth quarter, where the Broncos ended up coming back and winning. They actually rallied 18 points. They were down rather 17-3 going into the fourth quarter, and then they ended up scoring 18 to win 21-17. So, of course, we hope that doesn't happen today in this simulation, but already our NFL season simulation, our Eagles simulation, is different from how the Eagles have been, actually in this part of the season. They won against the Buccaneers, but in our simulation, they lost to the Buccaneers. It was a very high-scoring game. I think it was 59-58 or something crazy like that. And they lost. So, I mean, a loss is a loss. They're looking to rally. They're looking to come back to Philadelphia, Lincoln Financial Field, and actually coming together and trying to win a ball game. Get right back into that win column again. Because in this league, it's tough to win. It's tough to win, but they try their best, and hopefully they will be able to do that. I'm going to pull up. I have OBS up right now. I always do that, and I'm going to pull up the game, make sure we're good on there. We are perfecto. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you are enjoying this very fine Friday afternoon. It's chilly over here in the Philly area, of course, and of course it's probably just that much colder over there in Denver. So if there are any fans out there in Denver that are watching, welcome to the stream. You're not rooting for the same team I'm rooting for, but my goal is to bring this game to you guys and commentate and make this game as exciting as possible for you guys. So that's what we're going to do. One thing I did forget to do, I always forget to do this. Let me see if I got any chats, because I know I forgot some chats before. Hey, Matt, how are you? Nice to see you. I knew you'd pop in. Sunny and warm here. Yeah, you're in Cali, right? Yeah, I'm sure it's still quite warm over there. You might have, things might have changed then, but in terms of where you live, because I know you move around a little bit. But let's see here. I'm looking for October. This is the first game we're playing in October. So let me see. I'm looking up the weather just so we can be as realistic as humanly possible. Looking up the weather in Philly on October the 5th. Honestly, I'm just looking for like cloud cover and stuff. Warm and sunny weather. Mid 80s. Oh, that's beautiful weather for this game. I wish we were still in that weather. Anyway. Hey, listen, it is what it is. I'm going to set this up. I actually have my MacBook over to my left side. That's where I'm going to have my... I'm a little bit more prepared today because the other streams I've been kind of rushing around trying to figure everything out. Because, you know, like, I want to get this to you guys as soon as I can and, you know, as quickly as I can. But, of course, I've prioritized that over being prepared. So, yeah. So I actually have the box score from the game on my MacBook on my left side, and I have my chat up here on my phone because I can't look at it on here. I don't have two monitors. I don't have room for two monitors, rather. I do have two monitors, but just didn't work out that way. So that way I can look at your chats because I know I missed some of you guys last time because I just wasn't looking at it, and now I actually have numbers to look at because I wasn't really prepared in that way either. So October, it's December. Yeah, I know it's December. It's just this game actually happened in October. My goal is to simulate the season as it was back when they actually played the game. So that's why I have that there. But without further ado, I think we should just hop right into the game. All right, we're not controlling a team because we are commentating as we always do. Maybe I'll come in and play eventually. I hope I'd be able to do that, but we're not quite there yet. So today is what? What is today? Today is Friday. So I am actually going to just put this to Madden because this was a Sunday afternoon game. All that's good. Of course, random commentary team, it does not matter. We're at Eagles and it was clear. So that's what we're going to do. All right. Everything good there. And I think we should just hop right into the game. And I hope you guys enjoy this presentation of the Denver Broncos versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Here we go. Commentator voice on. One thing I do hope is that my PC doesn't, or the game doesn't crash. It did that last week, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Well, good afternoon on this very sunny afternoon, sunny Sunday afternoon, sunny Sunday here at Lincoln Financial Field. The Eagles looking to rally back to win, right back in, of course, go right back into the win column after dropping to the Buccaneers last week in Tampa Bay at Raymond James Stadium. Here come the Eagles, and the Eagles have won the coin toss, have chosen to defer to the second half. And the Eagles, of course, looking to get a win today after dropping to 3-1 on the season last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But the Eagles will play the Denver Broncos today in hopes of getting that win. And here we go. Football Sunday underway. There is Mims, who takes it up to the 28-yard line. Here is Bo Nix, age 25, 6'2", 275 pounds in his second NFL season. Of course, you've seen him in the entirety of the actual season going on right now. He has been red hot. Of course, he actually this is actually where they started their little win streak. They have won 11 in a row. Or is it either 10 or 11 in a row? They are currently sitting at 11-2 on the season. So, an incredible team that Bo Nix has. Fakes the give. And here is Mims. He's got the first down. And he is taken down at the 47-yard line. So, a 20-yard pass to begin this ball game. Marvin Mims Jr., of course, had a good return up to the 28-yard line, takes them up to the 47 now. And here's Nix again, drops back. There is the running back, and he has got a first down. That is J.K. Dobbins. Of course, in the actual season, he's actually out right now. He's inactive, as far as I'm concerned. But still, they've been able to rally to 11-2 on the season without him. So, but this game, they had him. Hands it off this time to Dobbins, and he is taken down. First stop for the Eagles. It's 2nd and 6. So 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line, right on the cusp of the red zone, and we're not even 2 minutes into this game. So one thing the Eagles want to do today, they really want to rally to the football because they did a horrible job defensively. And there's Bo Nix off to the races. He's got the first down at the 7. But of course, the Eagles did an absolute horrendous job last week against the Buccaneers. Of course, their offense was there to keep them in it, but looking to do differently here. And here comes the pressure. It's Jalen Carter and Jihad Campbell that take him down. And a loss of 8 on the play. It's 2nd and goal from about the 14-yard line. Those are the plays that the Eagles are looking for. You want to keep the score low on the other side. Each phase for the Eagles has had the other phases back. The defense has had the offense's back. The offense has had the defense's backs, and ups and downs. But we'll see what happens today. Bo Nix to the outside, and there is Evan Ingram. Gain of about 6. It's 3rd and goal now. Nix is months older than you. How much older? How much older? How many months? Nix looking towards the end zone, and it's incomplete. Nowhere near anybody. And it's 4th and goal. Likely, you'll see Will Lutz on to kick a cheap shot. 25-yard field goal. Kick is up, and it is good. So the Denver Broncos take the early lead. Of course, it's just 3, but they strike first. It's 3-0 Denver. We've seen a lot of early scores over the course of this season, especially in the Eagles season, both ways, which is not really good on defensively, to say the least. But at least it's only 3 this time. Of course, the Eagles, if you backtrack to the Los Angeles Rams game, that was their best defensive game. They only let up 20 points. They have put up so many points offensively. There's Jalen Hurts. I mean, it's outrageous, but they've also given up a lot of points. I'd have to do the math on that, but it's difficult. Their point differential is high only because the Eagles actually had that good defensive game. The other games have been close, within a couple points. Uh-oh. Why'd that happen? Okay, thank goodness. There's Barkley up the middle for a gain of 9. I got scared for a minute. I thought my PC was going to crash. Or the game was going to crash. It does that every single time. I don't know why. Luckily and even if it did, I would be able to, get the game back. So 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line. Fakes to give. He's got some time. There is Barkley, and he tries to reach for the first, but he can't get there. No gain. It's 3rd and 1. I don't even know if I even got to see the return on that play on this, start of this drive. Well, I did. But goal line formation, and he's just going to take it forward. Hurts got the first down. And the Eagles' drive continues. Hurts in the shotgun again. Hands it off to Barkley, and he hops over some defenders for a gain of about 5. It's 2nd and 5. So, we've seen this from week to week from Saquon Barkley. The agility that he has and the ability he has to make a play work is absolutely incredible. Fakes to give to Barkley this time. Pass is caught by Dallas Goedert for the first down. And Goedert allows this Eagles drive to continue. As the Eagles are looking to bounce back after the Will Lutz 25-yarder. Hurts. Hands it off to Barkley. Barkley not getting much there this time. 2nd and 8, gain of 2. Second and 8 from the 37. Eagles trying to match or even get the touchdown. That's what they want. Hurts. This time to A.J. Brown. Gain of about 6 or 7. 6, 7. 3rd down and 2. I had to make that joke. It's trending. You got to do it. Even the broadcasters out there, the professional broadcasters are doing it. Here's Hurts in a little trouble. He's going to take it himself. He's got to be careful with the football. There's a flag on the play. He's taken down, and this is probably coming back. Landon Dickerson with the 10-yard penalty. And now all that yardage comes back. Plus 10. 3rd and 12. Here's Hurts. Hurts is looking. Hurts is firing, and it is almost intercepted. That is Talanoa Hufanga. I'm trying to pronounce his name correctly. He batted it away. And now the punt team will come on just outside of Jake Elliott's field goal range. And a pretty good punt by Braden Mann. So the Eagles unable to respond there, but luckily the Eagles defense has only given up 3 points so far today. Hoping to stay that way. Next, fakes the give to Dobbins. He's in a little bit of trouble. And he almost is taken down, but he throws it away. And it is now 2nd and 10 off the incompletion. 2nd and 10. Nix in the gun again. And there is Dobbins. He's got some blocks, and he's got the first down before all of the backfield rallies to try and take him down. And that's a first down for the Broncos. Nix, 4-man rush. Passes almost intercepted. Adoree Jackson almost had his hands. I mean, he did have his hands on it, but he couldn't make the grab. And luckily for the Denver Broncos, it is now 2nd and 10 and not 1st and 10 for the Eagles offense. Nix in trouble. Almost taken down, and it is thrown away. The Eagles need to make the stop here. Looks like the pressure is going to come. Nope, they're going to back off. Pass is caught. There is Mims. He's got the first. So, I mean, this is what we've seen a lot on the other side of the football. The Eagles have done such a good job getting those 3rd down conversions, no matter how many yards they need to get. Man, you're now seeing it on the Denver Broncos side of the football. Doing such a good job, no matter if it's 3rd and 12, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 3, they get the first down off the 3rd. So they're not in 4-down territory. Nix. Pass caught. It is Evan Ingram, the tight end, for a gain of 4. Nix again under center. Jumbo set off to the right side. Fakes the give, and that pass is caught. There's Adam Prentice, the fullback, for a gain of 2. 3rd down and 4. Broncos trying to get the first down. Nix has some time. Passes caught for the first down. There's Mims again. 64 yards on the day today. 3 touches so far. And he's got 64 yards. So that's at least 20 per catch. Another first down for the Broncos. Here's Nix to Dobbins this time. Dobbins gets up to the 19-yard line in Eagles territory, of course. And now in the red zone are the Broncos again. The Eagles did very good in the red zone against the Broncos in their first drive. Looking to do that again. Was looking like they were going to score a touchdown based off how hot they were going down the field, but only held them to 3. Nix in the gun. Takes the snap. Hands it to Dobbins. Dobbins has got the first. He breaks away. And he has got the first down for the Broncos. This is right around where they were, where their drive plateaued out. So the Broncos, of course, looking to change that and finish it out in the end zone. Nix on 1st and goal. Hands it off to Dobbins, and there is Jalix Hunt, who takes him down. Only a gain of about 2. Nix. And he's in trouble. He is taken down. It's Jalen Carter. But he gets it away, and it's ruled an incompletion. I think he had forward movement with his hand and his arm. That's all that they need. 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. Nix takes the snap. Nix is looking. Nix is firing, and it is caught, but he is short of the goal line. Excuse me. He gains 3 on the play, so he's marked down at the 2-yard line. So now, do they feel aggressive enough to go for it? From here, it would be a 19-yard field goal. Of course, there's another cheap shot for Will Lutz. Trying to make a decision here. They're going to go for it. Big 4th down for the Broncos. To Dobbins. He's got the lane and he's got the touchdown. J.K. Dobbins extends this lead for the Broncos. They're up by 2 scores now. So the Eagles fail to hold them like they did on the last drive. Of course, they did hold them just enough, but of course the Broncos were feeling extra aggressive, and of course they went for it and they got the touchdown. And now it is a 10-0 game. Broncos on top. Lutz kicks it away, and the Eagles have a chance now. Here's Tank Bigsby on the return. He gets it past the 30 and taken down to the 33-yard line. And Jalen Hurts will try again. Try and put these Eagles within 1 score. Of course, the Eagles on their last drive died out, resulted in a punt. Honestly, I think Jake Elliott could have mustered it out, that field goal. That from there, it would have been a 58-yard field goal. He would have gotten it. I mean, maybe not. Here's Hurts. He's got an open lane. He's got the 1st down. And now we're seeing Jalen Hurts and his mobility. We're in the last 2 minutes of the 1st quarter. Motion from Goddard. Here is Barkley. Barkley taken down for a loss of 1. That is Nick Bonito on the stop. So it's 2nd and 11 now for the Eagles. Eagles trying to get past the 40 of the Broncos to at least get something on the board here. Here's Hurts. In trouble. Passes caught by Barkley, but he's taken down. Hufanga on the stop. A loss of, excuse me, let me get ahead of myself. Loss of 5. 3rd and 16. The defense of the Broncos has just been absolutely phenomenal against these Eagles. Here's Hurts. Hurts has plenty of time. Hurts has some protection. Pass caught by Dallas Goedert, but it is incomplete. He was ruled out of bounds. They may look at this. I didn't really get a good look at it from where I am. And it looks like it was confirmed out of bounds. So 4th down and 16. And Braden Mann to punt this one away. Again. Fair catch taken at the 15. Around the 16, actually. There's J.K. Dobbins. 2 targets, 2 receptions, and 39 yards. Of course, that's just his receiving. You haven't even seen his rushing yards. Of course, he's got a rushing touchdown also. The Broncos defense has done a great job against the Eagles, keeping them off the scoreboard. It's 10-0 Broncos. Here's Nix to Dobbins. Makes a couple of guys miss. There is a flag. And another illegal block in the back, this time by Troy Franklin, excuse me. And it's 1st and 13. How often do you see that? 1st and 13. He's trying to get one more play off. Here's Nix. Nix passes incomplete. Quinyon Mitchell on the coverage. And that'll conclude the first quarter. It's 10-0. All Denver here in Philadelphia. Welcome back, everybody. Second quarter about to be underway. Broncos ball. Broncos on top 10-0. 2nd down and 13. Here's Nix. Nix. Pass is caught, and he's down the sideline. Oh my goodness, that's going to be a touchdown. Wow. An 88-yard pass to Troy Franklin. 10-11. Jahad Campbell just couldn't keep up. Of course, I mean, he's not a quarterback or a safety, so I mean, he doesn't have that speed to catch up to a fast wide receiver like Troy Franklin. And what a statement out of the quarter break by Troy Franklin and the Broncos. Troy Franklin, I'll say this, Troy Franklin was on, I acquired him off of waivers in my fantasy team, and he did okay. Boy, oh boy, how many points would that have been worth if Troy Franklin did that in real life? He's had a couple of good plays, of course, but he's been a crucial part, of course, of that Broncos team. I'm saying of course a lot. I don't know why. Anyways. So the Broncos up 17-0. And here comes Will Shipley. Will Shipley up to the 30. And now the Eagles have a lot of work to do, a lot of ground to make. They're down 17. This is certainly some adversity they have been waiting to try and overcome. Of course, they don't want to ever get to this point, but when it does come, of course, Jalen Hurts and, of course, Nick Sirianni have been big believers of when adversity comes upon you, you fight back and you fight back and try and overcome that adversity, which they have done a lot of from season to season, from game to game. See if they can do it today. Here's Hurts to the outside. There is Goddard, and not much gain on that play. It's 3rd and 5. This Sean Payton doesn't like to be in the game like Bill Belichick does. That does not look like Sean Payton. Here's Hurts on 3rd and 5, caught by Dallas Goedert for the first down. So the Eagles' drive does continue. Hurts signaling to his left and right. Takes the snap. It's a draw, but not much doing there. That is Strnad. It's very difficult to pronounce the name. It's spelled Strnad. It's not Strand. I mean, maybe it is, but I don't know. I'm not an expert on the Broncos there. Devontae Smith with the catch. Can't remain on balance, so he has to fall out of bounds. No gain, 3rd and 11. Hurts looking, he's got time. Passes caught by Goddard for the first down. It might have been Calcaterra, actually. I didn't get a good look, but of course there's a first down for the Eagles, and they needed that. If they didn't get that, then I don't know. I guess we'll never know. There's Blasagame on the rush and the gain of 6. Second down and 4. Hands it off to Barkley. He's got the first down. And Singleton, the former Eagle, takes him down. Hurts fakes the give to Barkley. He's looking, scanning the field. Right over the middle is Devontae Smith, and he reaches for the first down. So the offense starting to pick things up, starting to pick up the pace. It's 1st and 10 at the 11. Hurts to Barkley. And he does not get any gain there. Maybe a gain of about half a yard. They're going to say 2nd and 9. Second down and 9 for the Eagles. Eagles looking to get their first score of the game. Here's Hurts. Hurts scanning, looking. He's got some grass in front of him, and he's just going to take it himself. And he slides for a gain of about 8. It's 3rd and 3. So 3rd and 3 for the Eagles. Eagles need the score here to keep them in it. Hurts to Bigsby. Bigsby, not much going there. And here's a decision Nick Sirianni needs to make. Surtain on the tackle. So you try and go for it. You need 3 yards at least for an extra set of downs, or just go for the field goal. Be a 22-yard field goal, but they're going to go for it here on 4th and 3. This is a big play. Motion to the left side for Barkley. Here's Hurts. Hurts in a little trouble. Pass is batted away by Alex Singleton. And it is a turnover on downs, and this could be a defining moment as you see that bat away by Alex Singleton. This could be a defining moment for this Broncos team. First down and 10 for the Broncos. It's been all Broncos today. Nothing going for the Eagles. Next to Dobbins. Dobbins taken down at the 3-yard line. And now the Eagles defense starting to rally to the football. They need to do it now. To Dobbins again. Dobbins up the middle, first down. Almost. I thought he got the first down. Whoops. I thought he would get it. But he's just short. 3rd and 1. Third down and about a yard to go. Pitch. And he's got the first down. Just as you think the Eagles defensively can actually find the football, they cannot. They cannot take these Broncos down. These Broncos have just been trucking down the field every opportunity they can get. Here's Nix. Pass is caught by Franklin, and he's got a gain of about 8. Two different attitudes on, of course, the other side, of course, the north side, as you can see here. Sean Payton and his team all fired up. And then on the other side, it's just calm, collected. They're not out of this ball game. Certainly, they are not. But, of course, they cannot get anything going both ways. Nix in the gun to Dobbins. He's got another lane, and he's got another first down. First and 10, high snap. Here's Dobbins again. They've established the run game, so why not use it? Not as much, but about a gain of 2. And the Eagles have a good opportunity here to get a stop. Here's Nix. Pass incomplete. Now it's 3rd and 8. Nix lobs one towards the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown. Cortland Sutton has got it for the Broncos. Let's just take a look at this play. Dory Jackson on the coverage, or honestly lack thereof. He just overcompensated. He thought that Sutton would make it that pass was further back, but of course it was not. Good connection between Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton. And it continues to be an amazing day for the Denver Broncos. Let's to make this a 24-0 game. And it is good. So now the Eagles are down by 24 points, the most they've been down all season. And I feel like this is a must-score situation for the Eagles because they do receive the ball to begin the second half. And if you score here and you get another touchdown, now it's a completely different game. They're only down by 10 at that point, which is better than 24. So, of course, that will be their goal. They cannot afford to give the Broncos the football back before the end of the half. Barkley, no gain. In fact, a loss of about a yard, and it's 2nd and 11. So now they literally cannot get anything going. I mean, you saw only about, I think it was about 67 yards passing today to the Denver Broncos, like 230 or something like that. It's all Denver right now. Here's Hurts to A.J. Brown, gain of 3, and it's 3rd and 8. You gotta get this. Because if you don't get this, you're giving the Broncos the football back with the 2-minute warning, probably. Here's Hurts. Hurts in trouble, and he is sacked. Nothing doing for the Eagles, and Swoop just has to sit there and think to himself, what is happening? So now Braden Mann will head on to probably punt this one away. Give the Broncos another shot to score. The Eagles have never been on this side of the football. They have not trailed by this much. They have not had a game like this. Fair catch taken at the 37. And there's Bo Nix's numbers for today. 12 for 19, 238 yards already with 2 touchdowns here in the first 2 quarters of the game. Of course, still 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the second quarter. Got the 2-minute warning, all 3 timeouts. You got plenty of time. You can take your time. You can utilize that run game that has been so good for the Broncos. J.K. Dobbins. Now hand it off to him. Runs into the line of defenders, but still musters out 3 yards at 2nd and 7. And that will be the 2-minute warning. 24-0 Broncos. Couldn't ask for better if you're a Denver fan. Here's Nix. Nix firing a bullet downfield, and it's caught by Evan Ingram for the first down. And they're going to take their first timeout. They have to because Evan Ingram's a little knocked up. I think that's the rule. If somebody gets injured, I think you're forced to take a timeout inside of 2 minutes. It's the nature of it, I guess. Nix to Dobbins for a gain of about 2. And another timeout. But somebody's injured. It's Dobbins. Uh-oh. That can't be good. Forced to take 2 timeouts off the 2 injuries. Evan Ingram and J.K. Dobbins. So now R.J. Harvey's in the backfield for the Broncos. Here's Nix. Nix towards the outside, and it's batted away this time by Cooper DeJean. And it's 3rd down and 8. Huge opportunity for the Eagles to get the stop here. Will Lutz has got a leg, so, I mean, from here it'd be 50 yards, so that's probably a no-brainer if they don't really get the touchdown, or get the first down here, rather. We'll see. Here's Nix. Nix. Passes. Caught. There's Franklin, and he is in for the touchdown. So, Troy Franklin again with another big play for the Broncos. And they have scored an outstanding 30 points in this first half. I mean, it goes both ways. The Eagles have had a lot of games where they have been just great traveling down the field and getting to the end zone, and today they just haven't been able to do that because this Broncos defense has been absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. They have been, and the offense too. I mean, the offense, you can see it. 31 points in 2 quarters. I mean, how often do you see that? And we saw that last week. Both teams put, the Eagles and the Broncos, the Buccaneers put up that amount of points. But this time it's one side, and unfortunately it's on the Broncos side of things. So what adjustment do they make going into the second quarter? Or second half, excuse me. Bigsby to return. He's got a block, and then it'll be taken down at the 27-yard line. So they have all 3 timeouts, a minute and a half to go. Of course, you have plenty of time, but they've got to execute. They've got to make these plays. They have not done a lot of that today. And, of course, they get the ball going into the second half. Then, best case scenario, they'll be down by 17 points and not 31. Here's Hurts. Hurts looking towards the outside. It's Smith, and he's got the first down, and he remains in bounds. That could be a big mistake that he makes. He was more focused on getting the first down. He had plenty of room, but they're not going to take their first time out. They're going to hustle to the line and try and keep going. Throw off the defense a little bit. Here's Hurts. There is Jahan Dotson, and then they'll take the first time out. So 2nd and a few inches to go. A minute and 7 left. Eagles have 2 timeouts. Hurts. Looking. Firing. And there is Devontae Smith wide open for the first down. And they will not take a timeout. So, of course, the Eagles, they had opportunities to score. That first drive, they were, it was a tough call. Whether or not Jake Elliott would want to kick a 58 to 60-yard field goal. Didn't choose to get that. Didn't even choose to try. And, of course, they were about 5 yards from a touchdown, 3 yards from a first down. They went for it on 4th down, and they didn't get it, and that's why they don't have anything on the board right now. They were too conservative on that play with Jake Elliott, and they were too aggressive on that 4th down play, and it just didn't work out for them. Here's Hurts. Caught by Goddard for a gain of a few. It's 3rd and 2. 30 seconds to go. 1 timeout left. Hurts. Looking. Firing. There is Devontae Smith. That's outrageous. You can't extend your arm out for the first. Yeah, that's yeah. He was more focused on. He's focused on the wrong things. So 12 seconds to go. Of course, you're going to go for this. They have the timeout. We're going to give it to Barkley, and he's got the first and a handful of yards more, and they're going to take the last timeout. So you got a shot to the end zone. You got to go for the end zone here quick. And then if you don't get that, then you just got to get some points on the board. Give Elliott a chance. It'll be a 39-yard field goal from here. So one way or another, hopefully you'll get points. And it looks like they're just going to do a field goal now, which I think you'd have an opportunity. And it's blocked. He has it blocked. And here is Lane Johnson, who picks it up for the Eagles. But time expires, and the halftime report coming up. It's all Denver here in Philadelphia, 31-0 going into the second half. We'll see you right after your halftime report, presented by EA Sports. Well, welcome back, everybody. Hope you're enjoying. Welcome to the broadcast if you're just joining us. All Denver Broncos so far this afternoon against the Eagles here at Lincoln Financial Field. Some fans have already left. I wouldn't have left. It's still it's not anyone's game. Of course, Denver's up by 31. But to make matters worse, the Eagles have made so many offensive mistakes. Even a special teams mistake mixed in there. Jake Elliott couldn't get the ball away in time and got it blocked. And they're still scoreless. But there have been comebacks before. There's that 33-point comeback by the Minnesota Vikings, right? Against the Colts. Right? Isn't that correct? There's Calcaterra, gain of 4. And you saw the Super Bowl 51 comeback. The Patriots, Tom Brady against the Dan Quinn run Atlanta Falcons and his head coaching stint against in Atlanta. Now he's with Washington, of course. Fakes the give, and he's going to take it himself. He's got to hold on to that football. And he manages to hold on. And he loses some yards. 3rd and 9. Just the epitome of what's been the offense today. They have done an absolute horrendous job today. The defense hasn't done well either. I mean, you see it 31-0. Here's Hurts again. Towards the outside, and it's Barkley. He's got some blocks, and he's got the first down. So, makes things a little bit better. But, of course, the Eagles have so much more work to do. And it's just under 30 minutes of football. You have time. Jeez. Just nothing going. Look at those little plays here and there. There's little first down plays, but nothing amazing. Loss of 1 for Saquon Barkley. 2nd and 11. Here's Hurts. Pass is caught by Devontae Smith for a gain of about 4. So 3rd and 7 now for the Eagles. Early aggressiveness can resort into forced aggressiveness, because now you're forced to, like, if you get into field goal range and you're at, like, have a 4th and 1, you're gonna go for it in that situation. And that is almost intercepted. Oh my goodness, that was close. Pat Surtain II almost had that picked. And now they have to punt it away. Man. Tough to see. Lets that one go, and it'll be a touchback. So the Broncos will take over at the 20-yard line. J.K. Dobbins, 12 rushes, 61 yards, a touchdown. About 5 yards per carry. Since they're pretty far into their own territory. If you're the Eagles defense, Vic Fangio, of course, the defensive coordinator for the Eagles, you've got to take this opportunity. Pass is incomplete. It's 2nd and 10. So the time is now. If you're the Eagles, the time is now. If you let up anything else, you're making it more impossible for yourself. So they need to stop here. They need to score on their next possession. They need to get the touchdown. There's a screen to Dobbins, and he's got the first. This is just outrageous. Eagles fans know it. A lot of the cheers you hear is, I mean, you see a lot of orange out there. This is just football sometimes. 1st and 10. Dobbins. He is taken down this time. That's a good start to this series. 2nd and 11. Loss of 1 for J.K. Dobbins. But now the question is, can they execute and finish off the series, force the 4th down? Defense has not been able to do that. Nix. This time to Dobbins, and he is taken down after a gain of about 9. 3rd and 2, and the Eagles defense has a glimmer of hope on this series, but the Broncos have been able to make 3rd and longs, so why would they have issues with 3rd and shorts? Here's Nix. Caught. First down and a lot more. That is Adam Trotman, the tight end, behind Evan Ingram. Just under a 30-yard connection between Nix and Trotman. And the Broncos can score again. Here comes the rush. And Aziz Ajulari got the sack. And Nix is swallowed up for the first time today. Excuse me. That's where this defensive trend could start. That's the first defensive spark they've had today. Loss of 8. Sorry, 18 is a little too much. Loss of 8. Second and 18 now. Another sack would be great. You could push them right out of field goal range. Fakes to give. Quick pass. This time to the other 13. And he's got the first down. And he has got the touchdown. Wow. Nothing is stopping these Broncos. Pat Bryant now with the touchdown. And the Broncos have extended this lead by how many scores? Nick Sirianni is just outraged. He's enraged right now. This is just a horrible game by the Eagles. All phases have made mistakes. The offense has made plenty of mistakes, clearly because they're not on the board right now. The defense has let up 38 points in not even 3 full quarters. Special teams, Jake Elliott had a field goal blocked. It's usually easy for him. The Eagles would at least be on the board, but they're not. But the Broncos, I mean, Aziz Ajulari, he got the sack. That was supposed to be some motivation for that defense, and it just let them up more. It just let them up more, gave up the touchdown, and now it's 38-0. Here's Bigsby. He's got a good return, and there's a little glimmer of hope. Really good return up to the 42-yard line, puts the Eagles in good field position, but this is the problem. Can they actually progress down the field? Can they actually get down the field and get a score of some sort? At this point, I'd be glad if it was a 38-3 loss. It's like the Broncos are playing the Jets or the Giants. You know, we're not Giants caliber. We're the Eagles. Hurts takes the snap, and he fakes to give to Barkley. Pass is caught by Dallas Goedert for a gain of about 8, and they're at midfield. To Smith, gains 1, he reaches, and I think he was hoping for the first down, but nowhere close. 3rd and 1. Hurts in the gun to Barkley. He's got the first down up the middle, and he's finally got a decent play there. Gain of about 10. It's 1st and 10. Eagles heading to MetLife Stadium to play the Giants their first. It's been back and forth between here and another stadium. They'll have 2 straight road games. Here's Hurts. He's got the first down and a lot more, and he just dives. Keep hold of that football. 24 yards for Jalen Hurts. This is the best drive the Eagles have had. They haven't finished on any of the drives I've gotten this far, though. Hurts. To the right side, here is Smith. Gets out of bounds. So the Eagles play the Giants next week in New York, or in East Rutherford. Then they play the Vikings in Minneapolis, where they won the Super Bowl 52. Right? That was there, yeah, wasn't it? Yeah. Here's Hurts. Hurts in a little trouble. He's going to take it himself, and he holds on. 3rd and 1. And then they head back to the Link, and they play the Giants at home. And they've got the first down, so they've got a fresh set of downs with 5 yards to go. Trying to finally get on the board. Hurts in trouble, firing towards the end zone, and finally the Eagles have a touchdown. Grant Calcaterra with it. And the Eagles can finally celebrate. They finally get a score, and they get a touchdown. Took them long enough. Took them 2 quarters and about 10 minutes. So about 40 minutes to get a touchdown. Isn't that crazy? Still not over. They have plenty of time, but certainly not going to be an easy task. So Elliott knocks that one up the middle, and it's 38-7 now. So Eagles have that slight path to a possible victory. But what they have to do is they have to defensively wake up. They cannot deserve to give up another touchdown, or any score rather. Here's Mims. Makes a man miss. And he's taken down at the 25-yard line. So there's Bo Nix. 385 yards, 4 touchdowns. Of course, is 18 for 27 on the day. He's been so good. So he put up 38 points. Can they put up more? Here's Nix. And there's Harvey. Trotman's hurt. Gain of about 3. So that's a big loss for the Broncos. J.K. Dobbins indefinite right now. It's questionable to return. I don't know with what, but it's R.J. Davis right now. Or R.J. Davis. R.J. Harvey, right? R.J. Harvey. Nix under center. To Harvey again, and he's taken down. 3rd and 6. Eagles must stop right here. Haven't been able to do it yet today, but here's Nix looking and firing, and it is caught for the first down. And that puts Nix over 400 yards passing, and it's a connection with Mims. That's no surprise. Nix, as pressure comes, and he finds Troy Franklin, and he's got the first. Just when you thought things were getting better defensively, just snatches it from you. Broncos continue to march down the field. They're on track for at least 40 points. At least 41, rather. There is Harvey. Makes a handful of moves, and he's got a gain of about 9. Let's face it. Are the Eagles going to win today? Very slight chance. On the contrary, if they lose, which is likely, it's going to be a wake-up call for them when they go to New York and play the Giants. Marvin Mims with a block in the back. We've seen 3 of those today. But it's crazy. To Harvey. He has got the touchdown. No more J.K. Dobbins right now, but R.J. Harvey, he's got a touchdown of his own. And puts the Broncos ahead by what they were originally before, about 37-38. Probably will be 38. Just the players just don't know what's happening. Kick is away, and the kick is good. So back to a 38-point game. The Eagles have about 17 and a half minutes to get 38 points. How possible is that going to be? I don't know. We'll find out. Kick is away from Will Lutz. And here comes Bigsby again. He had a good return up to about the 42. This time he stopped at the 27. So not as good of a play. There's Jalen Hurts. He's been completing his passes. He's 24 for 28. He only has 157 yards to the 400 some odd yards that Bo Nix has. He's got a passing touchdown to Grant Calcaterra. Here's Hurts. Hurts in trouble, and he is taken down. Allen on the sack. A loss of 5, and it's 2nd and 15. Look at Hurts. He's just like, what the hell? Whatever. I'm done. This game's just not going my way. And you bring this up. I mean, there's been a lot of debate going around, especially in the Eagles right now, in their struggles. They're on a 3-game losing streak. Is Hurts a situational quarterback? I think he is. He takes a long shot downfield. He's got Devontae Smith. Oh, no. What a connection between those two guys. I mean, they have a history before the National Football League. They played together at Alabama. This could turn the table, maybe. Just possibly. Barkley with a gain of about 3. I mean, a lot more of those plays between Hurts and could be A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith. We saw that. Here's Hurts. He's going to take it himself. He's got the first down, and he's marked at the 8. So 1st and goal. The Eagles trying to score. I would try and score before the end of the quarter. You'd need 31 points. 31 points in the 4th quarter. I don't know. Hurts to Barkley, and he's got the touchdown. In for the touchdown is Saquon Barkley. Made the play work. He hasn't been able to do that a lot today, but he just did it there. And the Eagles are within 32 right now. You can't really celebrate that much right now because you got so much more ground to cover. And high snap. Good hold, though, by Mann, and the kick is good. So 31 points separate these two teams. Of course, it's been a lot of the Denver Broncos, but now we've seen a little bit of what the Eagles do. Thanks to that connection between Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith. They're within 31 and not 38. They need a defensive stop here, though. They can't give up another one because, I mean, that would pretty much solidify it. It might you could argue if it's already solidified now. So here we go. Nick's in the gun. Takes the snap to Harvey. It goes. And he's taken down after a gain of about 1. And that'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the 4th quarter coming up. Eagles finally on the board. 45-14. We'll be right back after this. Well, good day to everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. If you're just joining us, welcome to the broadcast. Denver dominating over the Eagles 45-14, but it's not necessarily over just yet. I think that if the Broncos score in any way, it pretty much ends it. Here is the fullback. Adam Prentice, gain of about 3, or about 2 or 3. 3rd and 7. Big defensive play possibly for the Eagles. Pass is incomplete. Jahad Campbell on the coverage. Trotman drops it. And for the first time today, the Broncos will need to use their punter in Jeremy Crawshaw. That could mean something. Here's Dotson. Dotson is taken down at the 29. So the Eagles have to hustle. They cannot. You got to make a coaching adjustment. You cannot afford to. While the defense was on the field, you should have come up with a plan to march down the field in a couple of minutes and get a score, quickly get a stop, get a score again. And I mean, it's close to impossible what the Eagles have, the task at hand for the Eagles, but it's not impossible. They're going to give it, they're going to keep it with Hurts, and he's taken down. It's a sack, technically. It's 2nd 12, and the clock stops. Why? Why did the clock stop? Now, there it goes. They need another big play. Hurts in the gun again. Scanning the field, firing to Dallas Goedert. He's got a first, and he almost breaks away from 2 defenders there. But he manages to muster out about 16 yards on the play. In my opinion, the Eagles need to get a score before the 10-minute mark if they want to make it a little bit more possible for them. Before that would be even better, but here's Hurts. Hurts over the head of, I don't even know who that was, but 2nd and 10. Clock does stop, so that does help them a little bit, but Eagles fans are thinking, nah, we can't afford an incompletion right now. Gives them time to think of a play, though. Here's Hurts. Hurts firing over the head this time of Devontae Smith. That could have been a big play right there. That was almost a big play, but not enough separation, not enough good accuracy from Jalen Hurts. He overthrew that by just a little bit too much, maybe an inch. 3rd and 10. Hurts to Goedert, and he's got the first down. Almost breaks away again, but he's got the first for the Eagles. And the Eagles trotting down the field. I think the Eagles still have a very slight chance. Now, if they didn't score on this drive, or if they let up a score from Denver, then it would have been indefinitely over, but it's not quite over yet. Hurts towards the end zone, almost caught. That was A.J. Brown, the intended receiver, and that could have been big, but it didn't happen. And it's 2nd and 10 instead. Hurts is definitely saying, go big or go home right now. Pay attention to Devontae Smith. He's in the slot. They're going to give it to him, and he's got the first down. So this is the Eagles that we should have seen in the first half and all game. But we haven't seen any of that, and it's probably the defense letting up a little bit, but because they're up by so much. See what Hurts got in the playbook on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Hurts trying, but he's going to just take it himself, and he only gains about 4 on the rush. 2nd and 6. Hurts. Firing. It is batted away by Surtain. And now it's 3rd and 6. Clock does stop. They need every clock stop that they can get, because the Eagles have a lot of work to do in such little time. Touchdown here would be essential. Hurts on 3rd and 6. Motion from Brown. Here's Hurts. Hurts going for Goddard, and he's got it. He's got the 6 points, and the Eagles have a chance. They are within 25 points. 24 with Jake making the point after, which is likely. Kick is away, and it is good. So 24 points. This used to be a 38-point game. No longer a 38-point game. It's only 24 now, but still a lot of work to do. They got to get another quick 3 and out, like they did on the last drive, I believe. They got to get another quick score. It's a 3-score game right now. So if it's 24 points, you need 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. And then just like that, you're tied. But again, it's not looking good for the Eagles. They've made it more possible for them. But again, how often do you see this? Not often at all. I'd have to look that up, but here's Nix. Fakes the give. Nix towards the outside, and he's got the first. That time it's Cortland Sutton who's got a touchdown for the Broncos. They gave them another set of downs. That could have alone done it for the Eagles. To Harvey. Harvey almost there for the first, but only gains about 9. 2nd and 1. So essentially, if you give up this first down, you're eyeing up field goal range, and then you're now 4 scores down, which makes it that much more impossible for the Eagles. So, I mean, you give this up, and it's pretty much game over, but they don't give it up there. It's 3rd and 1. Almost had it on multiple occasions, R.J. Harvey, but nothing going on that play. 3rd and 1. To Harvey again, and he's got the first. So now at this point, they're just going to start running clock out. They don't need... let me think here. You want to get close to the first down, but you can run on all 3 of these plays. And you can take it down to the 6-minute mark. Here's Harvey. And he's got another first. And that pretty much does it. So the Eagles, although they've rallied from so far behind to make it a little bit more possible for them at this point, not as a professional, because I'm not really a professional, but from what I've seen, it's pretty much impossible for the Eagles to win this game. The clock does stop because there was an injury. But they are in field goal range. And any more score that basically does it. Here's Harvey. He's taken down. Loss of 2. Joshua Uche on the tackle. 2nd and 12 for the Broncos. Franklin in the slot off the left side. Nix. Pass is caught by Franklin, and he's got the first down. It puts them further into field goal range. They're almost in the red zone, which puts them in touchdown range, really. Because once you're in the red zone, especially how good the Broncos have been, it's almost a guaranteed touchdown. They're going to continue trying to run out this clock. Because the last they want is the Eagles to get the football back, because they've been scoring a lot in this fourth quarter. Third and fourth quarter, rather. Nix. Looking, firing, and it is incomplete. So 3rd down and 8. Nix in the gun again. And the pass is caught for the touchdown. Troy Franklin just put the nail in the coffin for the Eagles. Now the Eagles are done. $52 points put up by the Broncos. The Eagles had... They can do that. They did that last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They put 58 points up. They just were a little bit short, but today their offense couldn't get anything going. The Broncos have done such a good job, of course, with the exception of those 3 drives that they gave up points, but they've done so good. The offense has done great, of course, for the Broncos, and the Eagles just haven't been doing... They haven't been playing complimentary Eagles football like we've seen the past few weeks. Here's Bigsby. Past the 30, down at the 32. There's Devontae Smith. 11 receptions, 127 yards. He's what made that comeback possible. But at this point, you can come back a little bit more, but you're not going to have enough time. Motion from Calcaterra to Barkley, and there's a flag on the play. And it's holding on Landon Dickerson. Makes matters even worse. Here's Barkley. He's got a lot of that yardage back, and he's got all of it back, plus the first down. That's about a 19-yard gain for Saquon Barkley. Here's Hurts. Hurts looking for a deep shot downfield. He's got Barkley, but he's just a little bit too little there. Had he extended a little bit more and threw that just a foot maybe more, then that would have been a touchdown. He knows exactly what he could have done better on that. Hurts. Dropped by A.J. Brown. Exactly how today has been. Third down and 10. Dotson across to the right side. Here's Hurts. Hurts is looking. And he's got A.J. Brown this time. And it's 4th and 3. You got to go for this. It's just a natural response. Hurts. Looking for the first. He's got Grant Calcaterra for the first. So the drive does continue. Eagles looking for one last hurrah. Hurts in the gun again. Calcaterra motions. 4-man rush. They're after Saquon Barkley, and they've got him. 2nd down and 12, loss of 2. Hurts in trouble. Finds A.J. Dillon for his first touch of the game. And he makes it back to the 39, 3rd and 10. So 3rd and 10. Clock continues to wind down. Here's Hurts. Hurts is looking. Wobbler almost intercepted. Oh boy. That could have been, that would have definitely been the end of it. It's impossible. Like, when have you ever seen any team get how many points? 31 points in just under 3 minutes? Brown's got the first down, so drive continues. But again, it's pretty much a definite Broncos win. At this point, the Eagles are just trying to not make this an embarrassing loss. It will be, but there's Goddard. He is not out of bounds. Of course, he wasn't going forward. So this will take us to the 2-minute warning. Hurts in the gun again. Firing, and there's Goddard for the touchdown. Goddard done it again. And you just wish they had more time. But too little, too late. Elliott to make this lead just a little smaller. Almost has it blocked. And it is good. 52 points for the Broncos, 28 points for the Eagles. $24 points. So back to what it was before when the Eagles had a chance. It was like this with about 10 minutes ago, I think. Now there's only minute 57 and they're down by 24 again. So pretty much impossible. The onside kick, and it's recovered immediately by the Broncos. It's lock, and that will do it. The Eagles might take their 3 timeouts if they can get them stopped, but there's Troy Franklin, 3 touchdowns on the day, 187 yards for 6 receptions. You couldn't have asked for better. I just wish he performed like that in my fantasy, in real life. Missed the playoffs by a long shot. I had a chance a couple times. It was 3-11 on the season. It's great. It's great. It's okay though. You win some, you lose some. It was a really good bounce back from winning the championship. There's Nix. He'll take it himself. He is pinned. Gain of 7, 2nd and 3. To Harvey. He's got the first, and that will pretty much do it. One more snap, and that'll do it. Eagles don't even bother taking their timeouts. That is the end of the game. Good last few minutes by the Eagles, but they come up short again. This time by a longer shot. So the Denver Broncos win this one 52 to the Eagles 28. And the Eagles drop to 3-2 after winning their first 3 games. They've lost 2 in a row. They hope to hop back into the win column against the New York Giants next week at MetLife. So there that is, guys. The Broncos win 52-28. That's just... I mean, just look. From quarterback to quarterback, you know who won. 5 touchdowns to Jalen Hurts' 3. 490 yards to 361. That's, yeah. And then you have the completion percentage. Jalen Hurts has the edge there, but just an overall great game by the Broncos today. And you got to give it to them. You really do. They played complimentary football. Maybe not all 60 minutes because they did give up 28 points. But this is kind of like maybe not that much, but kind of like the Eagles game against the Rams almost. The Rams got an early and big lead. They let the Rams come back a little bit, but of course they scored again and made it definite. And that's what the Broncos did today, and they just were the better team today. So the Broncos, I almost said the Eagles win. I'm so used to saying that. The Broncos win 52-28, so that will do it today. In terms of when I do the Giants game, could be tomorrow. I don't know yet. I'm hoping I can. Maybe I'll set everything up tonight, and then do it tomorrow. I don't know what my schedule's looking like on Sunday, but I have a pretty open week next week. In term, like with my job with coaching bowling, I am looking to probably be working on Tuesday, not 100%, but I'll definitely be working on Wednesday. So only Tuesday and Wednesday I'll be working. So all the other days I'm open. So depends on what else I have planned for those days. I might go out with friends. I don't know, because they're all probably on college winter break. So I don't know. We'll see. But I'm definitely looking to hopefully stream tomorrow, just so we can get a good I guess I don't even know what to call it. Like get a good jump start, I guess, to try and catch up, because the Eagles play on Sunday. That'll be their 14th game. Yeah, 14th game, because it's week 15. So their 14th game, then they play the Commanders, and then they play the Bills, and then they play the Commanders again. So maybe I'll stream something else. Maybe I'll just stream talk Eagles with you guys. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that, because the Eagles have been lackluster, as you guys probably know. So we can maybe talk about that. I don't know, but we will definitely figure something out. That is definitely for sure. But if you guys did enjoy, please make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so. That would be much appreciated. I'm gonna mute this music here. And then I'm going to turn this down a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to cue the music for you guys. Okay. Alrighty, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so. That would be much, much appreciated. Thank you guys so much for coming to join me today. Eagles did lose, but what's most important is I was able to do this for you guys. So have a good day. Hope to see you guys tomorrow or sometime next week. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.